From the blurb on the forum page for this fan case, it seems like a Kristoph Gavin themed fan case. So that's a area that I don't see very often. So you know what? I am intrigued immediately. Kristoph Gavin, almost pre-Apollo Justice era. Somewhat pre-Apollo Justice era. Just Turnabout Retribution by the Fury Wraith. Or the Americal Happen case competition. Tagline being, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. We see Kristoph Gavin is willing to go to hell and back in order to get his revenge on Phoenix Wright. Even if it means making a deal to get it. Even if it means getting entangled in the most diabolical court cases he's ever seen. Even then, will he succeed? This has got to be some kind of joke. Is this truly happening? Is this truly how this trial is going to end? Why even coming to the witness stand for this? To humiliate me? Or maybe it's post. This court is a sham. A mockery. Am I the only sane person here? Why is no one else seeing this madness for what it is? Yeah, this is this attorney. He has no substantial evidence on me whatsoever. All he does make haphazard theories based on circumstantial evidence. Why is anyone even listening to his nonsense? Hello, Clav. Why is the prosecutor not objecting to any of this? He's just humoring the defense's claims. Not just that, he's helping the defense! He's supposed to prove the defendant's guilt, yet he only puts the pressure onto me. All he did was argue that the defendant had an opportunity to commit the crime and left it at that. Your Honor, how could you allow this? Surely you must see these actions are unacceptable in any reputable court of law. Analyze them for. Does law mean nothing to you? The law is absolute, isn't it? Isn't it? But no, they aren't even the worst people involved in this trial. The real person who has soiled our courts and everything it once stood for is him. Him and his mindlessly biased jurist worms. How could they allow someone once disbarred for forging evidence to change a legal system like this? He changed it to a system where we don't trust law experts, but some emotionally manipulated fools. Is this truly what our justice system has regressed to? This farce! I cannot accept this. It's ruined me. Time and time again, not only me, but every lawyer in this country. I vowed revenge. Even though I lost my career, my freedom, I swear his time will come. Granted, it may be an impossible task, considering that I am in solitary confinement. And even still, as long as I spend all my time and effort into it, I believe it can be done. And yet, now even time itself would turn against me. Prisoner! Ah, yes. Today's the day! You will be executed for the crimes you have committed. Come with me! Oh? It would seem that ever since that day, I have lost all sense of time. I only thought of revenge since my final days already upon me before I could exact my revenge on Phoenix Wright. But this can't be how my life ends. Not like this. After all that has happened. I can't die. Not yet. I don't deserve this. I won't allow it. Not until he gets what he deserves. Right. Right. Oh. Right. Why'd that look like Dark Souls font? All of a sudden. Oh. What happened? Where am I? What is that sudden flash of light? I feel as if I'm having a hangover. Come on, try to remember the basics. I am Kristoph, Gavin. The last thing I remember was that I was about to be executed and... Who's there? Show yourself. Oh, that's no way to talk to an old friend, Kristoph. I'm right here, exactly where I've always been. Oh! I have been watching you for a very long time now, Kristoph. You're quite the piece of work, you know. I like it. What? What is this? What are you? I believe it would be better if I showed you where you are first. You were wondering that earlier, yes? Well then, allow me to show you. Ooh! What is this place? Where do you think this is, fool? You're in hell. Maybe now it should also be clear to you who I am. I am the devil. This can't be happening. Ah, but do not worry, you are not dead. Well, not yet anyway. Just before you were executed, I transported you here. You're welcome, by the way. What? Why? As I said before, I have been watching you your entire life. I've seen the discord you sowed and all the lives you've made miserable. How delightful. And I saw your hatred and despair in your moment of peril. Such a rotten soul to die just like that, it would be quite a waste. You do so much more. Plus, I think someone might have seen me appear on your hand in that one court case. I mean, that did kind of end up revealing you killed that Drew Mission guy to the court, right? Yeah, my bad. What? What? So, to make it up to you for that, I thought you might be interested in a little offer from me. You, the devil, offering me something. Indeed. Namely, a second chance. I can send you back in time before you got caught and arrested for murder. And in return, your soul will be mine for all eternity once you die. You know, pretty basic stuff. You want my soul, and you're calling this an offer. Hey, feel free to decline. I'll just send you back to the execution room you were in. Very well, it's a deal. Didn't need any more time to think this one over, huh? Well, now it's a choice between getting a second chance at life or to die and end up here regardless. To be honest, it sounds too good to be true. That's because it is. See, there's one little string attached to this offer. The deal would be a bit too consequence-free otherwise, you know? As expected. Well then, what's the catch? It's quite simple. The two of us will have a little gamble, so to say. When I send you back in time, you'll have 24 hours to complete a certain task. Namely, you must prevent the circumstances that would cause you to get executed today. So I'd need to not get caught for the murder I committed. Succeed, and you'll get to live the rest of your days from those 24 hours onwards. Fail, and you'll be immediately be transported back here, and your soul will be mine. Really? Is that all? Then all I have to do is not make the few slip-ups that tipped off Wright. Alright, yeah, that was hilarious. Your stupid word metaphors for bald heads and blue cards. Indeed, that would be a little too easy now, wouldn't it? That's why I won't be sending you back to the day of the trial, or the day of the murder, for that matter. What do you mean? You killed Zach Ramier on April 17th at around 1:45 a.m. I will send you back in time to April 15th, 4 p.m. Whoops! Looks like you won't be amending those mistakes now. Can't I just tell myself to not make the mistakes on the 17th and succeed that way? Promising yourself you won't make those mistakes is not going to change those events. If you fail, assume everything not directly influenced yet would just occur like it already has. You'd simply end up killing Zach on the 17th the same way you did once before. And you'd be making all the same mistakes you did during the trial as well. You'll just have to come up with something different. Oh well. At least you won't have to relive all those blunders once the 24 hours are up, but... I see. Then I'll just have to kill Grimier a day earlier. And this time I will use a foolproof plan that nobody could possibly trace back to me. And how are you going to find him, you idiot? He was in hiding for 7 years, remember? You may know he's going to show up at the Borscht Bowl Club when you have your dinner with Wright. But you have no clue where he was the day before then. I mean, he might not even be in town. It would just be a pointless wild goose chase. Well, then I'll just cancel the dinner plans I had with Wright. I'll just call him on the phone and tell him I can't make it. As a result, I'll never end up seeing Grimby at the club, which led to my decisions of silencing him. Oh, so you don't mind anymore what beans he could spill to Wright about that case 7 years ago. Even if you're not there, Zach is going to mention you were his lawyer to Wright, you know? I'll admit it's something I'd prefer to avoid. At least I won't be getting caught for murder and executed. I win. Did you really think that would stop you from getting caught for murder and executed? Think again, fool! What? What? Did you forget the other murder you were responsible for? October 6th, Drew Misham is going to lick a poison stamp you sent him 7 years ago. On April 17th, Zach's mention of you will tip off Phoenix Wright that you were Zach's lawyer in the past. Which tells him you were the person who ordered that forged stamped evidence from Misham. And so Wright knows you had a motive for silencing Misham as a result. Wright is going to put in his work on the Mason system. On the old Mason system, investigating you in the process for this. Since this is a system where the verdict is determined by jurists, they're going to find you guilty. Simply due to the fact that you're the likeliest guilty party here. Proof be damned. You'll be found guilty for the murder of Drew Misham and will be executed for it. I'll fire Apollo Justice. Oh, please, as if any other dumb, random sap couldn't have handled the Misham case. It was all Wright who pulled the case together anyway. Justice was there just for show. Right. Right! Unhinged? Right. I'll kill Phoenix Wright. If I kill him, Gumby, I won't get to talk to him. Wright will never get to set up the Mason system. Think of the perfect plan to kill him. I'll be able to get away with everything. No, that's more like it. Yes. If you manage to get rid of Wright and get away with it, I do suppose you'll win. Just so you know, I do want to push you in the right direction, at least. It'd be quite boring if you'd go after a doomed-to-fail goal for the next 24 hours, after all. But remember, you only have until April 16, 4 p.m. If you fail to change the future that would lead to your arrest and execution, you will lose. I'll do it. I've scored to settle with Wright anyways. Excellent. Then I will now send you back to April 15th. The stage has been set, Kristoph, Gavin. Now, away with you. Skadoosh. Ooh. Well, hello there. My office. Then, I really am back in time. There's no time to lose. I must kill Phoenix Wright before 24 hours pass. If I recall correctly, today he had a day off from his work at the Borscht Bowl Club. I'll just call him on the phone and ask him to spend some friendly time together. Meet up at a secluded place of my choosing, and that's where I'll kill him. It's a good plan, and I'll just have to call him now when no one is looking. Ooh, what? Where? Oh, Mr. Gavin, sorry. Was I too loud? Justice, what are you doing here? Just doing my usual court steel voice workout, sir. Of course. Right, he works here. First I should make sure he's not here to see me make my phone call to Wright. Won't appear suspicious. Just ask normal, as if I am busy with work. I better act like the polite gentleman he knows me as. And start with the signal of... the senior badge reminds me, sir. You think I'm ready to take on a case all by myself now? I think I'm ready for my first trial after seeing you defend in court so many times. Wouldn't you say? Oh, this music is charming. Well, I do suppose you've been working here for some time now already, so... Wait, knowing the future now, I'd be putting him on the Zakramir murder case. Let me think about it some other time. Sorry I startled you, Mr. Gavin. Were you in the middle of something just now? I'm just working on a new case. Really? Awesome! Is there anything I can help with, sir? No, thank you, Justice. That's quite alright. I at least want to see how you handle the case like usual, sir. Watching you investigate and defend in court is always a good opportunity for me to learn more. It's good you're so eager to learn, Justice. But you shouldn't push yourself so much. You've been working very hard ever since I hired you. Why not take some time off? Preferably for the rest of the month, starting right now. Not that when you're on a new case, sir. It would just mean there'd be more work for you to do that I could easily have assisted with. I fear that would just stress you out when you should be focusing on important details of the case. I really can't have him follow me around today. I appreciate the concern, Justice, but I think I'd prefer to do this one by myself. So let me at least assist by carrying on the evidence for you. I think I got that covered. Polish your shoes and glasses? Oh my god, the puppy dog face. Really, Justice, Get you a cup of coffee? Justice, please, just... Actually, yes, please. Great! Please wait right here while I get you some then. Now's my chance. Beep, beep, beep. Kristoph, to what do I owe the honor? Right, nothing. I was just wondering how your day has been, my friend. Bit rowdy, actually, and tiring. I'll tell you all about it at tomorrow's dinner. So you could do both. You could cancel dinner today, and, We're still good for that day, right? I feel like the game plan here is cancel dinner today, cancel dinner tomorrow, make plans today, do the thing then, and move on with our lives. See, there we go. We can play with the murder. Of course, but since you said you had a tiring day, perhaps you'd prefer to move it to today. I'll go to this really relaxing fine dining place I know. My treat. Huh, that's kind of you, Kristoph. I don't think I'll have any time at all today. Why, what's wrong? Me today. Nothing, just a bit preoccupied with something. You're never so busy on your day off. Where are you? Should I be worried? Thanks for the concern, Kristoph, but I'm in good hands. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, wait. Worried, just tell me where you are at least. I'm at Hellfire's casino near the edge of town, but, thank you. I'll come over to check on you right now, my friend. Kristoph, there really is nothing to worry about. Beep! Perfectly normally hidden things. Here's a copy, Mr. Gavin. Oh, you're leaving? Justice? Yes, I have a client to visit. I'll come with you, sir. No, I need you to stay here. I'm also expecting another client to visit the office soon. I'd like you to wait here to welcome them. You plan 2 meetings with different clients at the same time? At different locations? Yes, it saves time. It's called efficiency. I'm counting on you, Justice. Okay, that's good. Like, the serious answer would be, emergency client meeting now. But I don't want to flake out on the other client meetings. You stay here, Apollo, but it's just... This is very clearly establishing a whimsical tone. Which I kind of dig. Not gonna lie. Alright, good luck, Mr. Gavin. What to do? Weren't you going to meet with a client, Mr. Gavin? Yes, indeed. I was wondering if I should bring anything else with me. Like what, sir? Nothing. Maybe better to procure a weapon on location. Just casually thinking about murder. Oh, what should I tell the visiting client when you're gone, sir? Just tell them to wait. Just like you will. Sorry, Justice. Fair enough. Let's see what we can examine in the office. The Pinkman murder case. Almost every newspaper praised you for that amazing defense. It was certainly one of your finest defenses ever, sir. I'm flattered, Justice. But you know, that case was really quite taxing on me behind the scenes. To be honest, I still get nightmares about it even to this day. Then why'd you pin the newspaper article about it on your wall, sir? Yeah, it's got me there. It's good advertising. There never seems to be a shortage of documents on your desk, Mr. Gavin. A good lawyer is always busy, Justice. It involves a lot of desk work. Really? I thought lawyers were supposed to go to circus shows and amusement parks. You poor fool. Like your friend, Mr. Wright, back when he was an attorney. Which is why he doesn't own a desk now anymore, Justice. I mean, to be fair, in the game's timeline, we had like a one case every few months or so. So the game just cuts out all the desk work and just filters the experience down to those moments where we go to circuses and amusement parks and shit. You sure have read a lot of books, Mr. Gavin. Reading improves your intelligence, Justice. All these books made me the man I am today. Really? Even this one titled My Best Friend? Or this one, How to Cope with Losing at Poker? Oh, well, it's always important to expand your horizons, too. What about this one? Cuddly Bears Part 7. Hey! Hands off that one! That's the first edition Cuddly Bears volume! You fool! Do not damage my first edition Cuddly Bears Part 7! Best part of working at your office is definitely the location, Mr. Gavin. I do suppose working in one of the tallest buildings in town gives a good feeling, doesn't it? Yeah! It feels especially good to practice my chords of steel out this 50-story building window. We do get some complaints about that, however. Oh, you mean from the building next door? From that building out on the horizon, actually. Oh, that's good. L-Flash. Oh, this looks shady. This is where Wright is. This place is like a dump. Can't even imagine wanting to be found dead here. Soon, quite literally in Wright's case. At least this place is fairly secluded. That'll make this murder a lot easier, thankfully. Well, time to find Wright. I can determine the best way of killing him after I find out where he actually is. Even this door looks like it has seen better days. Looks like a rabid dog attacked it, or a customer who lost badly. Well, let's see if Wright is inside. Whoa there, pal! Gumshoe! Afraid I can let you pass here. This is a crime scene. What did you say? Are you deaf? A murder happened here today. Police investigators only, pal. Wright's involved in some kind of murder investigation. Never mentioned anything like this before. Not even in the future I came from. Why don't I do anything about this? Was Wright going to talk about this during our dinner? Perhaps in the future he never got the chance to talk to me about it, now that I think about it. I did leave the Borscht Bowl Club quite early after seeing that Gramier was there, after all. Alright, calm down. So I know the future, I can already do some things here. First, I know Wright is not the victim of this case. He has to be alive for the Gramier case. That I called him on the phone only a little while ago. Second, he can't be the defendant or a key witness either. The Gramier case was the first time he set foot in court after 7 years, after all. That's all I have for now. I shall attempt to get more information from this detective here to understand what is going on. Guess there's no other way to avoid this, seeing as my presence has already been made clear. Instead, please look at this. I'm a defense attorney. It's me, Kristoph Gavin. Ah, you don't say. The coldest detective in the West? The coldest offense in the West? That Kristoph Gavin? It's coolest detective in the West. Very important title. Do not steal. Sorry about not recognizing you, pal. I know, like, 2 other people with the same face. In any case, I'd like you to inform me of the current situation here. Gumshoe is becoming aware of the fan case multiverse. God damn it, Gumshoe. He's gaining sentience. Current situation here, yes. Well, since you're an attorney, I suppose it's okay to tell you a bit more. What happened? Would you please tell me more about what happened here? Well, the owner of the casino, Mr. Roy Elfatch, was stabbed and killed. Apparently some kind of poker tournament was being held here at the time. The suspect was one of the contestants. She was arrested on the spot. She? That's about all I can share with you, pal. Are you interested in taking on this case or something? Actually, I'm looking for my friend who said he was here. May I go inside to see if he's there? Sorry, pal, no can do. Like I said, police and investigators only. You may be an attorney. Unless you're the representative lawyer of the defendant, I still can't let you in. But do you perhaps know if my friend could still be inside? Gee, no. Possibly? He said he was here. I suppose he could have been one of the contestants? Then, yeah, I guess. One of the suspects who got arrested is not in the building anymore, at least. Everyone else involved with the incident has to remain inside until further notice. Who's involved? How long before the people involved may go home, Detective? Not until this investigation is finished, pal. We need them to remain on site in case we have more questions for them, you see. Then what do you expect the investigation to be finished? Later today? Well, we only just started this afternoon, so not for a while, at least not today. And, in fact, seeing as this trial is tomorrow, I expect we're gonna have to pull an all-nighter, Gavin. You make the people involved stay inside all night as well? Yep. Sorry, pal. It's on the leading prosecutor's orders. What is this? How am I supposed to kill Wright under these circumstances? Plus, they'll have to be at court tomorrow as potential witnesses, too. After that, they can go home. What? Isn't the usual procedure to only call those to court who are actually going to testify? True, but that's not how the prosecutor in this case likes to do it anymore, supposedly. He said it would waste too much time with a 3-day system if not everyone involved in this is on standby in court. Is this all extremely excessive and unnecessary? I found it a bit strange, too. Kinda came up with these ideas as soon as he took on this case. Oh? He argued that this one other prosecutor does it, too, and gets great results with it, though. Something seems rather suspicious about this. Why would the prosecutor act like this? There's a much bigger problem here. Because this being a crime scene, the building Wright is in is crawling with police officers. It would seem Wright can't leave the premises, meaning I can't bring him to somewhere quiet. Killing him is going to be exceedingly difficult now. What now? Shall I wait until the trial tomorrow has concluded? This future, Wright joins me for dinner tomorrow, so this trial would likely end in a single day. There's no telling how much time I'd have left after the trial before my 24 hours are up. I might only have a few hours remaining by then, or none at all if this trial takes too long. Even if the trial ends early, then Wright will start his shift at the Borscht Bowl Club afterwards. Meaning I'd have no other choice but to kill Wright in a crowded place, regardless. God, there's no other way to get rid of Wright. Wait, there is. Uh-oh. I wouldn't even have to kill him. All I have to do is take on this case for the defendant and get her an acquittal. By putting the blame of this crime on Wright and accusing him in court. Oh boy. It won't matter who really did the crime, as long as I can convince the court that it was Wright. Wright is already involved in this case, so it wouldn't be much of a stretch to do so. Wright would then be arrested on the charge of murder. He'd have to serve jail time, waiting his execution. That would indeed put a stop to him meeting Gramier tomorrow and his work on the Mason system. The best part is, this will be seen as nothing more than an honest attorney catching the true culprit. Wright would go down in history as a murderer, whereas I don't be seen as the hero who stopped him. Poetic justice for what you did to me, my friend. It's perfect. Get away with the mission murder and get my second chance at life. I win! You okay there, pal? Just kind of zoned out there for a minute. No, I'm fine. Thank you. Nothing unusual. Oh, good then. That's what the color nameless when your eyes became all hidden and shiny. What does he mean by that? Right, who's the defendant? One last question, detective. What is the name of the defendant? I wish to see her. Huh? For what reason, pal? I've decided to take on this case, and I'll need her approval before I can start my investigation, yes? Well, that's you can check up on your friend inside, huh? You two must be real close. Yes, detective, my question, please. Right. Her name is Bethany Ital. Bethany Ital. I'm not seeing the pun. Hey, there's one. At the detention center now. I'll chew on it. Oh no, one more piece of friendly advice for you, pal. I would really think twice before taking on this case. It's a real open and shut kind of deal. I just hope you don't get done on one of those perfect win records some lawyers are really... I just hope you don't got one of those perfect win records some lawyers are real concerned about. Every case is supposed to be an open and shut case according to these fools until the trial starts. Alright, let's go. Visiting hours are almost over. I better get approval quickly. I doubt I'd be able to talk to the defendant again before tomorrow, either. So I better get all the information I can. What? Another attorney I gotta talk to? Ah, sick. This won't go smoothly, will it? Ooh, hello. Hey, I recognize you. Alright, honey, let's get this over with. What are you here for? My name is Kristoph Gavin. I'm the defense attorney. You are the main suspect in the Elfash murder case, correct? God, yeah, that was so unfair. Sorry. Name's Bethany Ital. Professional poker player. Seriously, though, how was I supposed to do anything about that? It's such BS, man. Calm down, please. There are a few things I'd like to ask you. The important thing is that I get to become her lawyer. Everything else will be secondary. If I don't get her approval now, everything will be all over for me here. What? Is that all you're going to bet against me? Then I'll raise the pot. I'm all in. What's your next move now, huh? It's not a poker chip. It's my attorney's badge. Doesn't even worth one poker chip. And what can you even offer me, you poor man? I wasn't betting anything! Alright, defense request. I'll cut to the chase. I'm a defense attorney of quite some renown, and I heard you're in need of someone like me. As such, I'd like to defend you in tomorrow's trial. What do you say? Okay, what's the catch? Whatever do you mean? Look, I'm no idiot. If you're an attorney with some renown, you'll know better than to take my case. You must have heard those detectives, right? It's an open and shut case. It's stacked against me. And now some kind of fancy-pants lawyer shows up to defend me. Yeah, right. You're probably hired to lose on purpose or to get a confession from me you can sell to the cops. So you did it then. What? No, come on, no, of course not. That's what they all say. I didn't do it. I'll stake these chips on that. But this case is hopeless. We're just going to accept the state-appointed lawyer for all that matters. Does it matter? Then surely you might as well accept me as your attorney. No? No thanks, bucko. Wouldn't want your reputation tarnished. Actually refusing a high-class lawyer like me? Does she even know who I am? Normally it's the client who has to beg for my services. My apologies, but I really can't accept a no for an answer here. honestly don't really care if you are truly guilty or not, or how doomed you think this case is. But I need to win this case for you. I'm going to do all that I can to accomplish that. I promise. Why is a big hotshot like you offering their services to me? Just say there's a lot on the line for me to get you an acquittal. I'm just doing this for myself. So it doesn't matter who your attorney is to you. And perhaps you could see this as doing me a favor. I'd quite appreciate it. You're going all in, aren't you? With these odds? So sick. You're something else, hon. Okay, I guess I can accept you as my attorney. Thank you. But I have to play poker first. I was close, but I did it. That is only on one condition. Oh no. Otherwise it's a no. Rats! Alright, what's the condition? There's always one more thing today, isn't there? Well, it's not like I have a choice. I wonder who the prosecutor is, and how we're gonna swing it that the prosecutor is the devil somehow. Sort of this condition you were talking about. Don't worry, hon, nothing grand or unreasonable, really. I'm glad to hear that. So what can I do for you? It's quite simple and easy. Before I decide if you can be my attorney or not, you must play a game of poker with me. I'll decide whether you can be my attorney based on how you play. Sound good? Bringing back war flashbacks. Bringing back war flashbacks. What's the matter? You got all quiet. You know how to play? You know how to play, perhaps? No, I've certainly played before. Just like bad memories. Is this some kind of cruel, twisted joke? I'm not going to hell like this. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. Honey, you don't seem like the cool and collected lawyer you were a minute ago. What's wrong? No, I'm quite fine, thank you. But I like to think he's doing his breakdown pose over there. The hair fully disheveled, gritting his teeth, but visiting hour's almost over. I don't think we have time to play a game, sadly. That's okay, we'll just play a single hand then. Or I could just wait for my state-appointed lawyer instead. No need. Let's play some poker. This is torture. Alright, calm down. I'll just have to win this time. I just can't lose no matter what. But she's a professional player. There's no way I can beat her on equal terms. I'll have to cheat. I just have to keep my eyes open for an opportunity. Alrighty then. Seeing as you just visibly got a bit timid, would you like a brief refresher on the rules of poker first? Sure, why not? Yes, please. Refresher can't hurt. How do you give a spotting away on how I can win more easily? Alright, hon. We're each given 5 cards. Then choose if you want to change any of our 5 cards for new cards to replace them. Since we're playing only one hand, there won't be any betting. We just reveal our cards then. The player with the highest value hand wins. As for the values themselves, starting from the lowest, goes from 2 to 10, then jacks, queens, kings, finally aces are the highest. Having a single ace or king doesn't make it for a high value hand. By itself, it's just a high card. If you can get 2 cards of the same value, like 2 sevens, then that beats a hand with just a high card. It's called a pair. Of course, having 2 pairs in your hand for 5 cards will beat that again. You get 3 of the same kind, like 3 kings, and that beats 2 pair. Next best is the straight. You can connect your 5 cards in order, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, or etc. You'll have a straight. Of course, higher value straights beat lower value straights. That's right, audience. That's right, viewer. Are you a high value straight? They don't loop though. So getting a king, ace, 2, 3, 4 is not considered a straight. Just so you know. Next is a flush. It's having 5 cards of the same suit color, like all spades or all diamonds. A flush is then beaten by a full house. That's having a 3 of a kind and a pair in your hand. Even better than the full house is having a 4 of a kind, like having 4 tens. And finally, the highest hand is a straight flush. A straight also all of the same suit color. The goal is to get the highest value hand that you can from your starting hand. Of course, I'll be trying the same. So
you should try to go for a hand will beat mine. That's about it. Would you like me to run all that by you again, honey? No, let's play now. Very well, then let's begin. Just one thing, Missy Tao. Itao. I'd like to be the one to shuffle the deck. Sure thing, hun. I have 2 packs of cards with me. Let's do an open pack with factory new cards in this old pack that I always use. What pack of cards should we play with? I mean, well, if we were fighting the, If we have the obvious, want the obvious advantage against the seasoned poker player, we'll go with the new unopened pack. Let's play with the new pack. That way I can predict the order the cards are in before I shuffle. There you go, hun. Make sure to move the joker cards before shuffling. Oh, I thought it would give her an advantage, but okay. Good. I have to know the new deck order of this brand of playing cards. They should be from bottom to top. Ace 2, 3, 4, Ace through King at top, and then repeated for all 4 suits. Oh god. What I'll do is take five cards from this deck before shuffling and hide them in my sleeve. And with some sleight of hand, I'll deal myself those cards. So... If you get a winning poker hand, I should now draw 5 cards from... I feel like you know... 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. Bottom of the deck. Okay, now shuffling the order of the cards, then dealing them. Alright, I get the cards I kept in my sleeve in my hand now. Great, about time we started. Good luck, hun. You'll need it. No need to never rely on luck to begin with. Alright, so 2 cards for me. And for me, I'll replace, or we can go, just for the lulz, I'm gonna replace all my cards. This. Okay, lay them down then. I got a full house here. Wow, I got Ace High card. No! You lose, Gavin. You were planning something, weren't you? When you said you wanted to shuffle the cards. You were playing to cheat. But it didn't really work out now, did it? I don't think you would have lost if I was trying to cheat now, would I? That's okay, hun. You can be honest about it. In fact, now that I've seen how you play and what you're willing to do just for a win, I see that I might just do what's necessary for the trial tomorrow. Like I said, this case is hopeless. Only an attorney who's willing to play dirty will stand a chance. You're just the man I need. You're hired, bucko. Congrats. Hey, hell yeah. We're gonna not replace any cards. Actually, I'll leave my hand as is. Okay, lay them down then. Got a full house here. I got. Okay, so we don't do that. Take 2 cards. Yes. Take from the top of the deck. Top of the deck. Oh, womp womp. And for me, I'll replace, no, not good. Actually, leave my hand as is. Lay them down then. We got a full house here. I got straight flush. Well, well. I win, Missy Tao. Wow. That's so sick. What are the odds of this happening? Such BS. Now, don't you be such a sore loser. You kept that hand in your sleeve, didn't you? I saw it, and you cheated. God. I think not. This can't be good. That's okay, hun. You can be honest about it. In fact, no, they're just... Oh, same outcome? Alright. You're hired, bucko. Congrats. Thank you, Missy Tao. I won't disappoint you. Nearly got a heart attack there. There you go. My payment for your services. Oh, Chips, you can't pay me with that. It's a lot of trouble. I'm a few minutes before visiting hours are over now. I didn't even ask her about the crime yet. I'll have to ask what I can with the time I have left. What happened? Not much time left, but can you tell me what happened at the casino today? Sure, hun. I was there for the poker tournament that was being held there. 8 of the best poker players in the country were invited to play at Belfast Casino for it. At a dilapidated place like that, surely a professional like you could spend your time better at fancier venues. You're right, I wasn't that interested in playing against other pros that much either. It was the prize for winning that caught my attention. For this tournament, all the players were to pool $100,000 each to get together in cash. The casino would keep watch of the money while we played the tournament. And the winner takes all. That sounds dubious for a casino to host. Admittedly, it was rather shady, yes, but I needed the money. So I accepted the invitation. Accepted the risk of needing even more money if you'd lose, it seems. We all arrived with our money. The casino owner, Roy Elfash, stored it in all in his personal vault. The tournament itself involved playing 1 versus 1 poker games with Elfash as the dealer. 1v1, okay. 1v1, no items, final destination. Everyone not currently playing was free to move about doing whatever in the casino. So what did you do before your match started? Me? I was playing the slot machines in one of the rooms. That calms my nerves, son. Okay, whatever floats your boat. The tournament went as planned all morning. I even won my match and so made it to the semi-final round. Sometime after lunch, I went back to the slot machine room and I saw something unexpected there. Which was? All the money that was supposed to be in the vault was on the floor, along with a bag. Just lying there, right for the taking. And so you took it. What? No. Is that really what you'd take me for? Sick. Although, I did think about it, honestly. All my savings are on the line in this tournament. And my next match was going to be against the undefeated poker player, Phoenix Wright. Plus the player who made it into the finals had been dominating known pros in her matches, too. Oh? I'm a pro myself, but even I thought my chances of winning this tourney were very slim. So for a long while, I was contemplating on whether or not I should take the money and go. I kinda lost track of the time thinking about it. I was probably in there for half an hour or so. In fact, I even forgot I had a match to play and didn't show up for it. Oh, that's concerning. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that it wouldn't be right to take all the money like that. Quite noble of you, Miss Ital. Yeah, well, I realized there were security cameras at the entrance, so that's what convinced me. A good moral counterpoint, indeed. Anyway, I knew I couldn't exactly leave the money lying around in that room either, so I put it all in the bag and decided to return it to the vault myself. Returning the money, eh? So what happened when you brought the money back to the vault? Well, Excuse me, Mr. Gavin. Ah, yes. My apologies for visiting hours have ended. I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. No, it was too late. Please allow my client to finish her story first. Won't take long. Well, it's you. I will allow it, Mr. Gavin, but please do hurry it up. Of course, thank you. Sit down real quick. Wrap up the story so I know your account of events. Well, I entered the vault and started unloading the money from the bag. And soon enough I saw Mr. Elfash on the ground with a knife in his back. Was he already in the vault when you entered it? I don't know. The vault had no light, so it was rather dark inside. My immediate focus was on returning the money, so it took a bit before I saw the body. I figured he must have already been inside, as I did not hear him scream or anything. So what happened next? Well, I obviously tried getting out of the vault, but I had gotten locked in, so I could do nothing but wait. I made sure not to touch anything. When the vault door was finally opened, it was done so by the police who broke it open. Of course, seeing the scene inside, they arrested me on the spot. Sick. Just my luck. I think I couldn't get all the answers to the questions I still have, but there's no more time. Thank you for telling me this, Mr. Tile. Before I go, could you sign this request for defense, if you please? I'll need to gain access to the crime scene in order to conduct my own investigation. Sure thing, hun. I'm counting my chips on you, then. Heck yeah. Looks like they're taking me away for more questioning. Wish you good luck with your investigation, Gavin, for the both of us. Thank you. And I'll see you at court tomorrow. Right. Don't forget, hon. Don't be afraid to play dirty in court tomorrow. See, the security guard is quite friendly once you get to know him. Fortunately, you don't get to know him unless it's from behind the glass. Alright, back we get. Here you are, Detective. I represent the defendant as her lawyer now. Wow, really? You sure do know what you're getting. You sure you know what you're getting yourself into, right, pal? Pal? Real bold of you. It's not as if I had access to the crime scene to find that sort. It's not as if I had access to the crime scene to find that out before. Alright. May I proceed to the crime scene now? Finally, please. Yeah, I guess so. Guess it's okay. Ah, reminds me, I gotta go back there to myself to continue my investigation. It means I won't be able to prevent other people from going inside, though. Oh, well. Well, I guess I'll see you inside then, pal. I hate everything right now. Oh, brilliant. At least it looks a bit fancier from inside. Although you can't really tell, this is supposed to be a casino. Wait, is that? Right! I mean... let me revoice that. Right! I mean, right. There you are. Kristoph? I didn't think the police would let you through. Seeing his face again after years in prison is making my blood boil, but I must keep my composure. Don't tell me you took on the defendant's case just to get in here. I did, actually. Imagine my shock when I found out you were involved in a murder case. And the detective told me you weren't even allowed to leave until the case is resolved. Thought I should at least check up on you, my friend. Wow, I'm honored. That's worth taking on any old murder case to you, I guess? Not to sound ungrateful, but I did say on the phone I was in good hands here, and you worry too much. Is he on to me? Perhaps I'm trying too hard here. Of course, that's not the reason I took on the case. After hearing the defendant's story, I felt she was innocent and that she needed my help. It's not like you to take cases on a whim, Kristoph. Don't you usually do research first? But I must say, I'm impressed you took on a case like that, just by putting faith in your client. Reminds me of myself back in the old days. Don't compare yourself to me. I'm only doing this because I had no other choice. Well, seeing it seems like you got some work to do, then. How about I help you out with your investigation? Least I can do after you came here to check up on me. Sure, why not? Could use some help, really. Your experience would be a great boon to me. And all too poetic that you'll help me in bringing your own downfall. Great. Of course, I can't leave this place, so I can't follow you to anywhere outside the building. Anywhere inside the casino should be fine. Oh, and you should have this, Miss Kristoph. Casino owner gave all the tournament contestants a copy this morning. Map of the casino's layout. Yeah, just help me figure out where all the rooms are in relation to each other. The casino can feel pretty cramped up at times. Well, thank you, Wright. Alright, let's get started. You'd like to just gather as much information as I can on this case for now. Then formulate a strategy on how best to pin this crime on Wright later. Right, well, there it is. Okay, so we're in the main hall, which just kind of goes... Alright, fair enough. Simple enough. Still got yours, I see. Kinda miss showing that old thing to people. Good times. Ah, my apologies, Wright. 7 years ago was indeed a rather upsetting time, I agree. At least we got a good lasting friendship out of it, huh, Kristoph? Honestly, I can't thank you enough for standing up for me that day. If it weren't for that, I'd not have had the motivation to carry on these last 7 years. I'm happy for our abiding relationship as well, right? Does he know? Surely he can't, right? Does he know? He doesn't know. Does he know? Does he know? What is he cooking? What have we here? A payphone? Need 25 cents to operate it. So it would seem, yeah? Looks like it only accepts coins to work, though. To work, too. Rather peculiar for one to be here at a casino, don't you think? No. It'd come in handy if you have a gambling insurance policy. You could then call your insurance company if you lose all your money in a big, risky gamble. Then you wouldn't have any money to use the payphone with. I should make note of this. The door leads to the restaurant. It seems that the police are already busy investigating inside. I doubt we'll be allowed access anytime soon. Yeah, too bad. I was hoping we could try some of the grape juice stored in there. I think you already drink plenty of that at work, right? Grape juice and borscht. Behind this door is the poker hall. Police are currently occupying it for their investigation, though. Why would they spend so much manpower in a single room like that, I wonder? Could it be that important to the case? Probably not. By investigating a less relevant room, you won't have to work as hard, I guess. They really ought to increase the police's salary if motivation is this low. The sensible reaction. Out here's the side hall. Through here's the side hall. One of the few rooms not crawling with police investigators, it seems. In other words, it's probably not that important to the crime. Well, I keep my voices mixed up. In other words, it's probably not that important to the crime. Right, but because it's so empty, it's one of the few locations we can investigate, so let's go! Looks like we get the leftovers. According to the map, this door leads to the staff lounge. Let's see the crime. You sure we're allowed in there? I already got permission from the detective earlier, and besides... You just sometimes visit crime scenes without getting permission as a lawyer yourself, right? Oh, I never said we shouldn't go in without permission. I'm just wondering if we had any. Yeah. Fair enough. The door to the kitchen. What's this? The door won't budge. Oh yeah, there's actually a good explanation for that. Which is... Well, it's probably faster if you just go inside and see for yourself. How can I when the door won't open, right? Right. There's another door we can enter in from the staff lounge. Let's try from there. Oh, okay. So, Wright, there were a few questions I wanted to ask you. Oh? Why were you here at this casino to begin with? Well, to play in the poker tournament, obviously. Don't you play enough poker at your work? I thought today was your day off. I'm sure you've already heard what the prize for winning the tournament was going to be. $800,000 in total from all the money the contestants had to bring in, correct? Right. You didn't strike me as the greedy type, right? Well, you do look like someone who needs money. Not for living a life of luxury. I need finances for a project I've been working on lately. Oh, really? What kind of project? It's a bit of a secret. All I can say is that the technology I need to get it made is pretty expensive. I'll tell you more about it someday, I'm sure. And since we're friends, I can tell you the project's name. I'm calling it the Mason System. Uh-oh. Anyway, it's rather hard to get investors for it, so I'm just saving up all I can. Kickstarter. And that's because I got an invitation to the poker tournament in my email. Thought that with my poker skills, I'd be able to get all the funds I need in one fell swoop. But did you have the $100,000 needed to participate? Barely. In fact, I'd put every single penny I own on the line, and then some out of Trucy's savings. Oh no. Dad of the year. That's rather irresponsible of you, right? What if you had lost in the tournament? Well, if I'd win, it'd be like the money was never gone, right? Now all your money is in police custody because of this case. What is your daughter to think? Yeah, about that. Oh, Trucy's awareness? Right, please tell me your daughter at least knew about this tournament. I think we both know she'd freak out if she learned about any of this, Kristoph. Especially since I used a fair sum out of her own savings for the entry fee. But knowing her, she'd mostly be upset at finding out I made this kind of gamble in the first place. I feel bad for doing it, but I really wanted the funds to finish my project as soon as possible. But right now, I just don't want my daughter to find Dad what I did and make her upset. Unfortunately for you, the cat's out of the bag, huh? Nobody's in police custody for the duration of this case now. Trucy will find out it's gone next time you can't pay a bill, and you'll have some explaining to do. Not exactly. I'll make my money back after this case is resolved. No such thing will happen. See, the judge did a good excuse as to why I can't go home. I don't need to pay for groceries I have no cash for. Trucy can pay for her own groceries in the meantime. She won't find out. So then what? I'm just going to avoid going home to Trucy until this case is resolved. Why do you think the prosecutor of this case disallows everyone involved from leaving here? Yeah, are you saying you have something to do with that, right? I pulled a few strings with an old friend of mine. Asked if he could take on this case. And I explained to him that Trucy situation, and he came up with the idea to help with that. Now when Trucy asks why I couldn't come home, I can say it was due to the police demanding it. And this is the reason I was forced to take on this case instead of getting to kill you? But Wright, surely your daughter will find out that you were at this casino today sooner or later. Maybe, but as long as I can spin it as a coincidental visit unrelated to the tournament, I should be fine. I just really don't want her to worry about the financial risk I had to put us in. It still leaves her worried you got involved in a murder case, wouldn't it? Beats having to tell her I gambled with our entire capital. Oh, God. Alright, what happened? What the murder crime itself? Did you witness anything, right? I did, actually. Ah, so what did you see? Oh, you know, just the murder happening. What? Ah, sorry for freaking you out, Kristoph. I know, it's bad news for your case. Just tell me what you know, right? I was together with the security guard in the poker hall, waiting for my poker match to start. However, both my opponent and Mr. Elfash, the dealer, failed to show up at the allotted time. Me and the security guard decided to go look for them, see what was keeping them. Went to the staff lounge, where we basically saw it all happen. With the vault door window, we saw Mr. Elfash begging us for help. Sadly, the door was locked. Right before our eyes, we saw Mr. Elfash get stabbed in the back with a knife. We called the police immediately, who broke open the vault door as soon as they were here. Inside, we found the opponent I was to be playing against, Mr. Tao, with Elfash's dead body. You think that you and another witness saw the exact moment of the murder? I suppose so. Makes it a pretty clear-cut case, doesn't it? That's why I was so surprised you took on the case. But normally you'd research this kind of stuff first and refuse to open and shut cases like this. Well, this is bad. Especially why Mr. Tao thought the case was so hopeless. It is certainly something. Worse yet, how am I going to pin the crime on Wright when he had a perfect alibi like that? But this means you were a key witness, right? How is that possible? In the future, Wright's first appearance in court after 7 years was the Gramier case. In a sense, yeah. No worries. You won't see me testifying in court tomorrow. Why is that? Basically saw the exact same thing as the security guard did. So he's the one testifying tomorrow. The prosecution did not summon me during the trial unless it's absolutely necessary. I'd rather not appear in court, so I'll just be on standby. Fair enough. Wright must have some deep-going connections with a prosecutor friend of his. Is this because you don't want your daughter to find out you were participating in that tournament? It's part of it. Also, I feel that I'm just not ready to stand in court again yet. Fair enough. You know what happened 7 years ago, after all. Let's see. The security guard I talked about is the guy currently residing in the kitchen, by the way. Might be worth it to hear out all he has to say. Anyway, Kristoph, I don't mean to question your investigation methods and all, but, shouldn't we try to look in some places other than this pretty much empty hallway? Don't know, could prove more fruitful, just a hunch. You'll be the hoot as always, right? I suppose he's right. I should move to another location soon. Means I probably got everything we got here, so go side hall, staff lounge. Go side hall first. This is a familiar hallway. But hey, if you know it, in the comments, feel free to say it, but don't diss it for that. This place is starting to feel less and less like a casino. Okay, they're gonna... It's the tone of the case is gonna acknowledge the fact. Just wait until you see the restroom. That will change your mind. There doesn't appear to be one according to the map, right? Oh, I get it. Appears to be someone here. Oh, hello. Good afternoon, madam. Are you the world champion? My name is Kristoph Gavin. I'm a defense attorney. You don't look like police. I think you're one of the poker players involved here, then. How dare you refuse to acknowledge me? Kristoph? Fair warning, this lady here is quite the handful. Nonsense, right? I just lack patience with people. Sincerest apologies if my party's appearance has offended you, miss. Is it at all possible for us to have a little chat? Oh no. You want to talk to me? We first got to establish some script lines for our conversation, what? Pardon? I don't talk to people if I don't know up front what we are going to say. I suck at improv. What? You're not written in my script yet. So, which character are you going to play? I'm not sure if I understand you. Do you mean my name? My name is Kristoph Gavin. No, I already know your name and your job. Ugh, another amateur. Fine. Write the scene for us like I usually do. Someone's a thespian. What? You'll be playing the role of Chrissy Garbo, a really desperate lawyer who's secretly evil. And I'll play Libby Doom, a beautiful actress who sees right through all your nonsense. Hold on now, I'm nothing like what you just described. That's not what it says in the script here. Well, they just wrote that. Okay, so in this scene, you're going to present me your attorney's badge, which I'll then call junk. Then you'll ask me about the crime, which I will then give no satisfying responses to. After that, you're just going to bang your head against the wall, give up and go home while I laugh. Got all that? Okay, then let's start and go. Well, break a leg, Chrissy. Hey, I'm not part of this scene, hobo man. This is going to be a long day. You gonna control me? You gonna control me? Miss Tum, here's my attorney's badge. That's nice. That's good on you, Chrissy. Thought you mentioned before that you were going to call it junk. Wait, was I? Yeah. Sorry, I thought the junk line was going to be used for your lawyer skills. Well, in that case, that badge is as much junk as your lawyer skills are, Chrissy. You have just said nothing. Alright, let's ask you about the crime now. Step 2. Miss Tum, what is your involvement in the crime? You want me to ask that? No. No. Wrong. You were supposed to ask me about the crime, not about my involvement with it. If I have to end up testifying, no, you better get it right or I won't answer you at all. Then could you please tell me what you know about the crime, Miss Tum? No. I do suppose she said she was not going to give any satisfying responses to that question. Hey, it's not my fault that's what is written in the script. When I told the prosecutor what I knew, he said not to let the defense attorney know. And I always stick to the script someone gives me, no matter what. You can find out tomorrow in court instead. So we have a witness who won't give information that wasn't approved by someone beforehand. Not exactly the ideal person to work with for a defense attorney. That does sound ideal for a prosecutor leading this case. Lucky him. Incidentally, what do you know about this lady, Wright? Not much. I thought she was one of the participants in the poker tournament, really. Cheer up, Chrissy. You were still asking me about myself, about the poker tournament or something. The script says I'm still allowed to talk to you about trivial things. So for those scenes, you'll just ask me and I'll tell you all about it while you listen. You got it? I was kind of hoping for something a little more useful, but I suppose I should take what I can get. But before you do, we should follow through with the old script. That means you gotta bang your head against the wall and go home first. I'm not doing that. Alright. I don't bang my head against the wall. This hallway goes rather far to a dead end. The paint job on this wall is also rather poor. And there are these buttons here. There's supposed to be something here in the past. I asked Troy about that as well, actually. He said there used to be an elevator installed there. When Roy wanted to build his own personal vault, the elevator had to be removed to make room. Roy L. Flash. Roy L. Flash. Royal Flush. Roy L. Flash. Royal Flush. Oh, God. I'm still working on the other two. Bethatal and Livytoon. There appear to be no stairs in this building. I was going to reach the upper floors now. No. Mostly all that's above the casino is some apartments with old people living there, so I guess they could always take a ladder through their apartment window outside to get up there. I can only surmise the rent to be extremely cheap. There's a wall I can bang my head on. Nothing here. Vending machine. It's empty. I guess that means this machine's business is either very good or very poor. By the way, have you ever noticed how these coils pushing the snacks are spirals? Well, yes. Need something that can spin so that the item you buy can be pushed out. What about it? Well, what if the real reason they were spiral-shaped is to hypnotize the people into buying a snack? Right, that coil won't start spinning until you buy something first. Right, so the people who buy from vending machines are targeted to keep it all a secret from the rest. I should just stop having this conversation with him right here. Must be something on the ground nearby the vending machine. What are these cables and cases doing here? There's even a guitar case. Maybe some unlucky gambler had to pour these items to the casino in order to pay off their losses. Oh, there's actually a rock guitar inside this case. Oh, a little jam session, Kristoph. Please, Wright. It's anything I despise the abhorrent noise of rock music. I'd have thought you'd be into it too, considering your brother is a famous rock star. Actually, the reason Clavier first got into rock music was because he knew the sound annoyed me. Look at that! It seems someone has dropped a coin here. Good eye, Wright. I'll just focus on something more worthwhile for our attention. Not gonna pick it up. What would I need it for? Edward, he would need some pocket change, it'd be you. What if it turns out to be critical evidence that turns this case around for you? You never know. You know, I would take any evidence I could find if I was on a hopeless case like yours. Yeah. Yep. Quarter required. You know, I was just kidding before, Kristoph. Who knows if you pick up coins from the ground? Never thought I'd see a hobo leave a coin on the ground while a rich-looking guy next to him picks it up. Damn you both! Well, might as well keep it now. Look here. Well, it's now time for you to go home. As promised, I got to fulfill my role in the script.